All right, guys. Today we're gonna be reacting to her boyfriend pays for everything, but he still does the chore. Champagne.
He's paying for everything, pretty much.
Well, I pay a portion of the rent, so
How
my
much?
own rent.
How much do you pay? If
That's personal,
All right,
but
that's fine.
let's say I feel like it's very affordable.
Do you pay as much for the accommodations that you're receiving? Do you pay as much as you would get, as you would pay in the open market for a similar or comparable property?
No.
The perks. Okay, so dating for 6 months, around 6 months. He pays for mostly everything then?
I'll his birthday's coming up, so I've gotten him some gifts and I've paid for a couple of the dates. When we first started dating, I told him about my weight loss journey I've been on, and that in the first month I lost 20 pounds because
I'm sorry, did you say your journey?
it's a journey. I'm on it.
That's the journey. Okay.
So, go ahead.
So my first month,
Meaning it doesn't have an end. The journey doesn't have an end.
did no fast food, no takeout, just groceries. I lost 20 pounds, so that was pretty sweet. Thanks, people in chat who probably recommended that on the last podcast I was on. So I did it, and so I told my now boyfriend about it. He finished the challenge, and so I rewarded him.
How long have you guys been living together?
Probably 2 months.
What's the distribution of the household chores?
We kind of take turns, but we both do cooking and cleaning. There is I think housekeeper maid who comes every couple weeks to do deep cleaning.
Do you do the laundry?
I do my own laundry and some of his
Wow.
laundry, but it's not on a consistent basis that we're always doing laundry. Right?
So he pays for.
Well, Simpy guy provides a place to live. She cannot even do the laundry, folks. She cannot at least do the laundry sometimes when she feels like it. Wow.
all the dates, you get heavily discounted rent, perhaps, but you don't. The cooking is 50-50? Or does he?
He's actually a really good cook, and he's really good at baking. So he likes to do those things, and I help him as his sous chef when he cooks, and then I'll take on cooking some of the
Who
meals.
cleans the dishes?
Whoever cooks cleans the dishes.
But it sounds like he does most of the cooking.
Not most.
Cooks clean dishes.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel like
the
that's
op-
crazy. Yeah,
when
it
I
should be
cook for my
opposite.
friend, the one I don't like when he cooks. I only cook, and he cleans everything.
So.
Wow, that's they, folks, don't ever allow that to happen. Your wife cooks, she cleans. Simple as that. Your wife cooks, and she cleans. You can help her, that's fine. You can share, you can help a little bit, but she cleans. That's part of the job, her job. How do I know that? Because sometimes I do cook because I love it. I love to cook. Before I got married, I'm still a very good, not a chef, but I like to cook, and I clean my own dishes. Right? And sometimes I just I just tell my wife to just cook, not to cook, but to clean everything afterward. But not put yourself in that position, folks. You get the entire deal. You get nothing. If you're working, I'm the one that bring the money in the house, right? So I sacrifice a lot. At least what I'm expecting is my wife to do the other side of the job. Is make sure when she cooks, she cleans as well. Do not accept anything less than that.
I have a question. So, do you agree with the following statement? Men should pay for first dates.
Yes.
Okay. Women should cook and clean.
Sure. Yes.
Should.
Yeah.
You're fine with that statement.
That's fine.
Is it a sexist statement?
That women should cook and clean.
Is it a sexist statement?
I think it depends on the relationship, if that's kind of what the expectation is. I think that most relationships nowadays, people kind of take on whatever works with their schedule. So if he's out, working, he helps with filming stuff, then I'd be on my own to cook. But we kind of plan our meals out and figure out who's going to be cooking what, which day, depending on just like life schedule.
Look at her eyes. She's looking too much to the left, to her right. A lot.
Women should be submissive.
It depends on the woman, but I mean, if you have a man that you can trust to lead, sure.
Okay, it depends, but you wouldn't say the same thing about men should pay. It depends on the man. You would say.
I think it depends on the man. I think some men are like sugar babies.
But here's the thing, right? So as a woman, you can go into a date with the expectation of this guy's going to pay for the date, or the I suppose the minimum is we might have to split. Like girls go on dates, sometimes the guy splits. There's typically never an expectation that the woman's going to go into date with the expectation that she's going to pay for the whole bill. As a man, it's impossible. The best I can hope for is maybe split, but I'm going in with the expectation that I'm going to pay for the whole thing. I don't think there's any dating meta that exists where a guy can go into a date expecting the woman to pick up the entire tab.
Yeah, if she's a sugar mama.
Okay, but yes, that happens, but it's exceptionally rare.
Yeah.
Most women are not going to tolerate that kind of arrangement.
Behavior, yeah, arrangement, yeah.
Okay. Wait, what's the question then?
He's saying
Damn.
like generally most men when they walk into a first date, they knowingly have the instinct that I am most likely, if not going to, have to pay the entire bill. I may by chance pay 50% of it, but I'm most likely, if not expected to, pay 100% of that bill. The woman, on the other hand, does not have that pressure. She does not have that pressure of anything else. She has the pressure of arriving. Maybe she wants to clean up, maybe she does not. But that is what he's playing out, is just there's a simple expectation of men, that of which is not equivalent to that of what is placed onto women on first dates. Why is that being so? That's all it is. And is there a reason that women have any offering towards that? Do women offer anything in addition to that of why they 100% should be taken care of on that first date, or that of maybe why they should be even just considerably paying only 50% of that bill? That's the argument. Why? Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I won't belabor
What
it
the hell was that?
for much longer, but
Yeah, what
I
was that? She just went to a screensaver. She just went back. Something happened. Like the Matrix probably have a glitch or something. She just received all that, and here's what I'm thinking, because it was a woman who said it. She's like, I'm not gonna just go back and forward with you. She's programmed to go back and forward with males. I think that's what happened. She's programmed to go back and forward with male only because she has sign language. The last one, they need to be right. And what happened is when females get very traumatized by life experiences, especially with a lot of sex, they have a need to be right because, again, they will need to defend themselves. They need to defend their lifestyle. But when a woman says it, she's not built to just go back and forth with her.
suppose and maybe this is hypothetical, the question is, do non-traditional women deserve traditional treatment or chivalry?
Yeah, why not?
Wow.
I think that if you're going into a first date and you're looking to have a woman's time and attention, thank you for the time and attention, even if it doesn't lead to a long-term relationship, could be paying for the first date, because women, like, we are aware of that women have more to lose if they go on a first date than a man does.
Well, okay, we can get into that, but you said that the woman's time and attention. So is it your position that women ought to be pedestalized, essentially?
I think it happens.
That's not the
Sure,
question.
it happens.
Yeah.
But do you think that's what should happen?
I think that's what works
That's what works. Okay.
for our society.
You said that women have more to lose when going on a first date. What does that mean?
A woman could get pregnant on a first date if they decide to partake in that, or even if they don't, if something happens where a woman can't consent, there's the risk of that. There's a risk of getting, kidnapped or trafficked, or there's
Can
a
it
lot.
be the same for both?
It's less
You'd be
likely
getting-
for men.
No, you'd be getting a girl pregnant, and you have to deal with it just as much as a woman getting pregnant.
It's a good point. It's a good
And
point.
to get kidnapped and stuff, if you're talking about dating apps, it could be a setup. You could
Yeah.
be getting set up. I think it's just as likely, a man.
For a guy,
Yeah.
I don't think it's as likely.
Just like
Ah.
celebrities and stuff. They've
She
kidnapped-
really despises men. She really despises men. She really thinks men are just trash. She has so low value. So she has so low expectation of men. It's incredible. She has no idea. She doesn't even understand what is her current circumstance. She literally have a man that's providing for her. She have a roof over her head, and she is just treating this conversation like she think the lowest of the lowest. Are they trash? Men are just disposable creatures. That's insane.
and said back.
Okay,
in their-
but even if I were to grant for a second that this is correct, I think that you're right to one small degree that maybe the chances of like SA or things like that for women, of course, are going to be higher than men probably on a date. I wouldn't even dispute that that's true. However, the likelihood of a woman getting taken advantage of on a first
Very
date
low.
not nearly as high as that of a man, meaning most men are not going to do this. The overwhelming majority, I'm talking 99 point something %, are not going to do anything to you on the first date. But they could definitely get taken advantage of, and
I think if you're-
hang on, let me
Yeah.
finish the point, and then you can respond
Yeah,
to it.
she got triggered.
They could
Something-
easily get taken advantage of by.
She got triggered because he did touch on something very interesting, right? And I think the reason she got triggered because she done it before. That's the reason why, folks. So let's go back and just watch her body language.
They could definitely get taken advantage of, and
I think
There you go, see?
hang on, let me finish
See?
the point, and then you can respond to it. They could easily get taken advantage of by, let's say, I don't know, a woman who's not really interested in them, having to pay for the entire date, pay for their dinner, pay for their night out, pay for their drinks, pick them up, drop them off. The whole thing is on their dime. And let's not pretend that women don't do this all the time. I would say that men are running a much higher realistic risk than women are. The risk of this happening to a woman on the first date is not very realistic. It's extremely rare. Whereas for men, this happening to them is extremely common. Happens nonstop all the time.